Welcome to WagerTalk Today, the gold standard of sports betting shows where we talk the talk and walk the walk. 5-0 run on plays of the day. We've got another one coming up at you. The Zig-Zag theory looks like it might be in full force in the NBA. We got all that and much more. Dan, who we got on today's show?
Yeah, going to be a great show here today, guys. We'll get you ready to bet the NBA playoffs where that zigzag is in full effect, like Andy alluded to. I didn't quite dust out my Sixers hat after they were 14.5-point underdogs and then won by 14 points. But we'll get Skee's reaction to that. He's going to break down Magic and Pistons, Suns and Thunder. Is the Zig-Zag Theory live here tonight? And the Zig-Zag Theory, of course, betting on the team who lost in Game 1. We'll get Skee's thoughts. He'll also let you know what he has coming up with Rob Vino. But first, Andy, we have Jesse Schule who's going to come on. The Fade God returns. No bike accident could hold my man Jesse down. He's going to let you know 2 teams in the MLB you should be fading tonight. And he's also going to give some thoughts on the Pirates taking on the Rangers today here with Leiter on the mound. So going to have a great breakdown from our man Jesse Schule. But Andy, you alluded to it. We got to start it right here at the top. A minute into the show every single day here, folks. Hit that like button and subscribe because we give out the Wager Talk Today play of the day. Andy is on a 5-0 run on our Wager Talk Today play of the day. Plays, Andy, and this is going back to a school of thinking that helped us cash in on Yamamoto. Strikeouts over yesterday. What are we looking at here, Andy?
Yeah, this is a combination of a pitcher that has been very open. He wants to win the Cy Young. You've got a bullpen that's decimated, and we cashed it yesterday with Yamamoto. We took it strikeouts, but what we say with Shohei Ohtani, if you see a 17.5 outs, you have to take it. They leave him in deep. They leave him in for 6 innings. You even go back to last year. This is now 7 out of 8 games that he's gone over this. And I mean, one of the games that he didn't go over, he just came in relief. So that was against Toronto. So you look at what he's done this season. He's gone 18, 18, and 18. And you look what he's done head to head. Not a lot of head to head. There's not a lot of head to head activity that you can go back on. So we're just depending on this 17.5 and you're just depending on what we saw yesterday where Yamamoto gives up 3 runs early. Yep. They just leave him in and he mows down the entire lineup for the rest of the Giants get the win, but Yamamoto, kind of does his job. So we go right back to the same line of thinking and it's a little bit juicy, but again, if this was 18.5, this is such a tough number for the books because they can't
go any higher or everyone's going to play under. That's the problem is they're just going to have to keep tacking on juice. And Andy, I would argue this 155 is just on that threshold of a straight play that we would be playing. Once you start getting 165, 170, that's probably when we would look elsewhere. 155 for a set it and forget it kind of prop that we've been seeing from Shohei and the Dodgers starting pitching over these last few weeks, and especially one day does not the bullpen issues fix for this Dodgers team. So I'm right there with you. And the Dodgers have been very vocal, as has Shohei Ohtani, that, hey, I'm staying out there. You know what I mean? Unless there is a full signal, unless I'm not feeling right, we want our starting pitching going deep. That's kind of the Dodgers' MO this year. So I'm right there with you. 155, sure, it's a little juicy. If you have to go find a parlay piece, guess what? We're about to give you another 15 plus plays on this show between our guests, Andy going all around the world, and any of your questions you drop in the chat. So 155 Shohei over on his outs, Andy. I like it.
Yeah. And you look at his pitch count, 87, 96, 90. It's just a lot of pitches in this Giants lineup. Despite the fact they won yesterday, it's not like they torched him. It's not like they just lit up the scoreboard. So, yeah. All right, that's going to be our play of the day. We're going for 6 in a row. Let's bring in Jesse. And Jesse, you're in a motorcycle accident. A dog jumped out in front of you. You were injured. The dog was injured. But more importantly, how was the motorbike?
The motorbike's fine. I didn't check on the dog. He needs to find another place to sleep, as far as I'm concerned. But whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Bit of road rash might keep me off of one show, but that's about it.
Well, Jesse, we're happy that you're here, brother, and glad that you're on the men. And it also looks like you're back to the home studio. So folks are happy that Jesse is back and kicking. They missed you in the comments last week, but don't worry, folks. He's got your fades coming your way, so you can start bashing Jesse once again in the comments, as they're always one to do. But Jesse, before we talk fades, let's actually talk a matchup that they have assigned for you here tonight, because I'm wondering your thoughts on this one. It's Pirates taking on Texas last night. Texas, home sweet home. We talked about it with Drew, returning back after such a long road trip. How does it work out for him? Worked out to a tune of a 5-1 win here. And I think, you're seeing the 8 total here. A couple of righties. We got Leiter and Ashcraft, who look like they're going to be going to the mound. Leiter, fine. You know what I mean? He hasn't been what we, I guess, have expected. No decision in his last outing. Gave up 3 runs, 7 hits in 5 2/3 innings. So I guess you could argue this might be a little bit of a bounce back spot for Leiter here tonight. It's essentially a pick 'em price. So, odds makers not really buying into the home sweet home here for the Rangers. What say you in this matchup, Jesse?
Well, you nailed it, Dan. They assigned this game to me, and it is a pick'em game, and I don't know how you could play a side in this game, so I will not. But Pittsburgh 13-10, 5-5 on the road. They've actually alternated wins and losses over their last 10 games. So if you make anything of that, coming off a 5-1 loss in game 1 would set them up for the win here in game 2. But I'm going to look at their starting pitcher, Braxton Ashcraft, 1-1 with a 2.38 ERA and a 1.00 whip. Now, those are really nice numbers, but we got to take them into context and realize it's a small sample size. I'm also looking at his 27 strikeouts in 22 innings pitched, and I'm going to look at the fact that he struggled, allowing 5 runs on 5 hits and 2 walks in 5 2/3 innings in a loss at home to the Washington Nationals in his last start. But what's significant about that? He was struggling. He was giving up hits. He was giving up runs. He was walking batters. He still got 7 strikeouts. And this Texas team, they rank very highly when it comes to striking out at the plate. This team averages 9.5 strikeouts per game. Only 6 teams in the major leagues rank worse. Now, Ashcraft's strikeout prop sits at 5.5, and the over is even money. If you look around, you could probably find a juiced up 4.5, which is what I would prefer. But I'll take 5.5 at even money if that's the best we can get. So I'm looking at Braxton Ashcraft to go over his strikeout prop in this game.
Yeah, I love the thought process there, Jesse. Makes a heck of a lot of sense to me. And now what the folks came for, not only to know, did you check on the dog, with which Seth is already giving it to you in the comments, Jesse. But what they really came for was to hear, what teams are we fading? And sometimes, especially when we were talking, in college basketball, in the NFL, when you come on and give us our teams to fade, a lot of the times it's oh my gosh, Jesse, why would you be fading this team? They're red hot. Sometimes in MLB, it's just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the first fade that you have for us here, Houston taking on Cleveland. Houston currently on a 2-10 road stretch here. And it seems like you don't expect that to change tonight in Cleveland against Bybee, right?
No, I like to get creative with the fades. I love fading big public teams and favorites. But sometimes the more obvious play is the better play. And Houston, they've lost 13 of their last 16 games. They're dead last in the AL West. They rank dead last in the major leagues in team ERA, 6.05, dead last in WHIP, 1.65. Their bullpen ranks 29th with a team ERA of 5.66. And the starter they're sending to the mound today, Peter Lambert, he allowed 4 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings pitched in a loss at home to St. Louis in his only start with the Astros. But we know this guy from Colorado. He was 2-5 with a 5.72 ERA last year with the Rockies. And that was actually a good year for him, because in 5 seasons, he has a career ERA of 6.30. Yeah, Cleveland's minus 135 in today's game. That is cheap, in my opinion. Take Cleveland.
Yeah, I like the thought process there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then if there is any just keep fading this team and don't stop. I mean, it's the New York Mets. New York Mets are currently on a 12-game skid, Jesse. And last time that this happened was 2002. Haven't dropped 13 straight since they dropped 15 straight in 1982, Jesse. And guess what? Now we see the Mets as favorites. What? Because Juan Soto's coming back, Jesse. Does the fade continue for the Mets, or are we finally bucking this public opinion?
Does a bear shit in the woods, my man? It's not just a fact that they've lost 12 straight, but it's the price. I mean, I've got it scribbled down in my notes here. I've got the Twins on the run line, and I've got the Mets on the money line, and it's the same price. So which do you like more? The team that's lost 12 straight as a minus 160 favorite, or the team that's actually been all right getting a run and a half against a team that's lost 12 straight? And I know what I like. This Mets team last in the major leagues in runs scored, last in on-base percentage and slugging, and Jake DeGrom is not walking through that door. Clay Holmes, 2-2 with a 1.90 ERA, 1.09 whip. Nice numbers. He's been solid, but he allowed 3 runs on 9 hits and 4 walks in 10 1/3 innings pitched in losses at the Dodgers and at home against the Athletics. The bullpen's been solid, but can they get any runs? It's a rookie going for Minnesota today. I'll gamble with the rookie. I ain't betting on the team that's lost 12 straight and paying minus 160 to do it. I'll pay minus 160 to get the run and a half with the Twins. I think that's the better bet.
Oh, take the run and a half too. I like the run line thoughts there. I thought you were going to go full on, hey, money line. Hey, it's definitely worth a sprinkle. And Mets might be minus 160 to win this game. Bear to shit in the woods. That's about a minus 300 favorite, and it's climbing. So definitely try and grab that before it moves too much. Jesse, what do you got rocking, brother? It's great to see you back and kicking. We missed you last week. What do you got over at your page, wt.buzz/JS? And people can check you out at our sister site, picksandparlays.net as well.
Well, I'm starting today's card off with an early game in the English Premier League. You wouldn't believe it, man, but I was the number 1 profit handicapper in the last World Cup. I hit 71% of my picks in the last tournament. And that's not a fluke, because I'm the number 2 profit handicapper in the sport of soccer all time at WagerTalk. And we have a big promotion, myself and Ben Burns. We're offering every soccer play from today through the World Cup, $299. You can get us both. Ben Burns has never lost a 5% play in the sport of soccer. I imagine he's going to have a few this World Cup. This is only available, though, at our sister site, picksandparlays.net, on my page or Ben's page. Again, I do have an early soccer play on today's card.
I love it. And yes, check out picksandparlays.net. We always ask you, obviously, like and subscribe here, but you can also check them out here on the YouTube channel. We collab every day with the Morning Wager guys, so you can check out Picks and Parlays, and that's an insane deal. You and Ben Burns, one of the best in the biz, man. And you can grab that over at picksandparlays.net. Jesse, always a pleasure, my man. Thanks for coming back, brother. Watch out for any dogs or bears shitting in the woods, though, Jesse. Next time, make sure you're watching out for that. WT.buzz/JS is where you can find them on WagerTalk. Picksandparlays.net is where you can find our sister site over there with all kinds of great stuff.
All right, Dan. Financially free focused says I'm on Duran props today. Care to make things interesting financially?
Triple F.
Yeah, I will take the under on Duran points, rebounds, and assists. If you would like to go head-to-head with me. Yep. If you'd like to take the over, I'll go head-to-head with you. If I win, you get to purchase a 3-day pass. If you win, you get a free 3-day pass. So let me know.
I like it. The gauntlet has been tossed down. Financially free and focused. This is the thing, folks. When you're watching us live, hopping in those comments. Andy and I are reading the comments all show long. That's why we're posting them up here. Those who are watching on the rewatch and you're commenting below, Andy and I are chopping it up with the comments down there as well. So we appreciate all the comments. But when you're commenting, Andy and I sometimes will throw down the gauntlet, and I like it. He wants the Duran over. So we have a deal, my friend, financially free and focused. It's official. You have a deal, Andy. So if you win and it goes under, he has to purchase. If he wins, we'll give you a free 3-day pass again. Money in the bank. Bang.
Oh, well done.
Here we go.
Well done. I'll confirm the line. So quick recap from yesterday.
This is the best backhanded compliment but story ever. Seth once did this head-to-head where he goes head-to-head with Andy. He lost, he bought a pass, and then Andy went on a freaking tear, and then Seth was sitting pretty. So yeah, watch out. You might lose and have to ride with Andy for 3 days.
I remember that weekend. It was the best bet you've ever lost in your entire life. I have the number at
Speaking
30
of which,
and a
Andy,
half.
what do we have up?
So just confirmation 30.5 is going to be the number on Durham. So that's be the number that there we go. So lost the $5 Tuesday play. Sorry guys. We got really close. We had Kada for the Celtics to go over 9.5 points. He had 8. We came up short there. However, baseball's looking really good, Dan. We went 3-0 yesterday. We swept the card, so we're looking forward to that. We have an NHL and NBA 4% combo pack that's up. We got a 4% in the NBA and a nice little prop in your Flyers game. How about your Flyers? 2-0 lead on the road.
I like the 2-0 lead, Andy, but remember, I said I cannot classify them as my Flyers because there is something that we call the newbie mush that is absolutely 1,000% true. So they are not my Flyers. They're on my television. I'm watching everything that has been happening, but they are not my Flyers. Speaking of mushes, how about Josh Allen showing up to the Sabres game last night and the Sabres losing? Like, that was the lock of the century, was when you saw Josh Allen slamming a light beer and having trouble getting it down before the game. You knew the Sabres were screwed. I mean, it's the Josh Allen curse. I'm just glad Ross isn't on. Could you imagine if I said that to Ross as his lead-in? He would be mouthing off, so to speak, Andy.
He's kind of becoming like the anti-Brady, like where everything Brady touches, like, he goes to Tampa and wins.
It goes
like,
to gold.
It goes to gold, and just Josh Allen, every time he shows up, they lose. It's just poor Josh Allen.
Like almost like immediately you knew it was curtains.
Yeah. And Buffalo almost did it again, down 4-0, and all of a sudden 2 quick goals, and they got an empty. They pulled the goalie.
Well,
so
true Josh Allen fashion. They just they came super close, Andy. They just didn't have enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you didn't watch the Tampa Montreal game, that was just fights galore. At one point, I think there were like 8 guys sitting in penalty boxes. It was really, really good. NHL playoffs are just, it's hard to beat NHL playoffs. Like the Hagel just floors a guy. The guy calls him out, like, let's fight. Hagel drops him with one punch. Just an incredible sequence. And NBA, listen, I picked the over last night in your game against the 76ers Celtics because I figured the 76ers would regress up. I did not expect the Celtics to regress down that much. Are you going to get on board with the 76ers, or you're just like,
hell no. One game of the Celtics, not being able to hit right around like 50%. That was the reason why the Sixers lost in game 1. They couldn't hit anything from distance, and then it just completely flip-flops. There's still a major mismatch. Probably the Sixers are going to decide, hey, let's trot out the corpse of Embiid just so we can get some cheers and ticket sales and all of that shit. I mean, if anything proved last night, like, do you really need to bring back Embiid in the series? Probably not, but that's what they're – any way that the Sixers can botch it, they'll botch it, Andy. So 1 win, gentleman's sweep incoming. I'm still in on that, but we'll see what Skee thinks.
Yeah, Celtics have a Derek White problem. His shooting is off. He's clearly injured. That was 2 of 10 from 3-pointers last night. I don't think the Celtics are going to win much when you have Jaylen Brown shooting 24, Tatum shooting 19, and White shooting 12. They got to get more guys in the offense, but I thought that was a pretty good win. Your boy Edgecombe, I love Edgecombe. I think he's so good.
Dude. So years ago, when I would actually watch the Sixers, and I wasn't just like, dude, I refuse to watch until Josh Harris, the scumbag, sells this team. Like years ago, I was saying, why are we wasting any playoff minutes on Ben Simmons? Why is Maxey not getting all of them? So yes, Edgecombe is fun, but Maxey was a guy who from the jump I had tabbed this guy is going to be the reason if the Sixers do take that next step, it's Maxey, and pairing him with a guy like Edgecombe when he doesn't double dribble like 3 times like he did a couple games ago, then we're good. But yeah,
it's such a great backcourt. And then the other takeaway from last night. Actually, let's bring in Skee because I got to get his take.
Let's get his takes. I mean, this is the NBA expert, Skee Prophet. We want his thoughts, not me just bashing the Sixers here. What's up, Skee?
Hey, Skee. More impressive win or more embarrassing loss? The Lakers and the Rockets last night. I mean, the Rockets set basketball back a few years with that game
loss for sure for the Rockets. I mean, this is a team I faded this team all season long. I bet their win total under. I bet them to lose the division, and that's why I bet the Spurs to win the division. And this is just a team that's not constructed good. They don't have good playmaking. It's not enough shooting. Not enough guys who can shoot. And when you get to the playoffs, the floor shrinks. And it's not going to be as easy. It's not going to work. That's what you're seeing from this Houston offense. So I'm not surprised that they're losing. And, looks like they're in trouble.
Yeah, when I see that LeBron has never lost a series when he's gone up 2-0 in it. So KD's not healthy. They don't have a point guard. And I was listening to a podcast. They were talking about like CJ McCollum was just there to be traded for, and they don't go get him, and Atlanta does.
And they didn't make any moves. Honestly, I think Udoka just, I don't know, he has something against, like, he wants to build a team on just like that Miami Heat type team, and just he's the face of the team. Like, I'm doing it. I'm so great. That's how I feel about Udoka.
1000%.
Yeah. I like it not playing Reed Shepherd when they desperately need shooting is still bizarre. It's like Reed Shepherd insulted his mother or something. I don't know.
To end the season, as soon as they put Reed Shepherd into the starting lineup, they went on that streak of winning games and going team total over, and offense looked solid. And then all of a sudden, he's back on the bench and they look shitty, and we wonder why, right? Crazy.
We've been talking a lot about the Zig-Zag theory, and it's been rearing its head. It's been. I don't even count it for the Rockets Lakers because you had the Durant situation here. But do you believe in the Zig-Zag theory? Is that part of your handicapping?
I don't think it's as easy as just zigzag bet whatever against whatever happened last time. But I do think there's something to not putting too much into what you just saw in the last game. I mean, teams are gonna adjust, coaches, players. It's just a chess match. So everything is not done in one game. What you saw in the last game is probably not what you're gonna see in the next. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily, just every game zigzag, but I think there's a little something to it.
Well, let's talk about the games tonight. We got the Magic and the Pistons. The Magic. I'm so mad at myself because they had hit rock bottom, Skee, and then they just absolutely pulverize Charlotte, and they just had all the makings of the nobody believes in us. Like, everyone thinks we're dead to the world. Oh, there's turmoil in the locker room, and it just feels like these guys are professional athletes. Like, pride just sometimes gets the best of them, and they come out and they just put a whooping on Detroit. And I don't think it was a fluke. I think this could be a rock fight type of series, and Detroit not having that second option is starting to rear its ugly head here. You see Cade with 39 points in the first game and not a whole lot of help. So what do we do with this line here? Detroit minus 8.5 over under 218.5.
Well, just expanding a little bit on what you said. I mean, this is a Magic team that I had a lot of negative things to say about, in the past week or so, maybe a little bit more than a week. But that game before Charlotte, that's when I thought that they could flip the switch. And it turned, what you said, you have pride. Like, guys out there are now embarrassed. It was a lot of talk about everybody doesn't like the coach. But after that game prior to Charlotte, it was a lot of finger pointing from everybody at the players. And, they're going to be prideful. They don't want to think about that for the entire summer. So I'm not surprised that they made it here. They've also been playing for their life in the past week, playing every other day. I'm not surprised that they brought that rhythm into game one versus the Pistons, who were sitting for a week. I disagree with one thing you said that, I think it's a little bit fluky. I mean, the Magic scored 50-something points in the paint. This is a Pistons team who was top 5 defensively on the season, top 5 as far as protecting the paint. I don't see them doing that again. You have, they look at the film, the coaches talk about it. That's going to be a point of emphasis. Why are we just giving them free look after free look at the rim? This is a Magic team that does not shoot well from the perimeter, similar to that Houston Rockets team. And this is a Pistons team that can lock up. I think you get a really better effort from them in this game too. I think they're in a better offensive rhythm, now that they're not off for a week anymore and they're still at home, where most guys feel more comfortable to shoot. So I think you get a really good game from the Pistons. I think you get a good defensive game from both teams. As far as the total, I really do disagree with the way it's going up. The Magic have started to play better defense, in these do or die games or the last 5 games that they've been playing. Like I mentioned earlier, the Pistons have been good all season. So I'll be either backing the home team or expecting less points in this game.
So I'm going head to head with someone in the chat about Jalen Duren props. I'm doing the Angel Reese.
Oh yes, I heard that.
I'm doing the Angel Reese theory. I'm going Duren under and Wendell Carter over on his points total here in a bit.
Well, I don't know, Andy. I mean, if you were game 1, that looked like that was the script. But I mean, you just talked about pride. You don't think Duren's going to respond today?
He better. He better. He's got a lot more than just points riding on this one. You got your ex-girl and her current boyfriend you're going up against. You better put up a big stat line, man. So
yeah,
that's okay. I'm sure the guys in the NBA won't let him hear the end of it if he doesn't. So
yeah, he'll definitely hear about it online for sure.
Yeah. What are we doing with this Suns and Thunder game? This feels like just too much for the Suns. Even if they were at full strength, it's too much. But now they've got injuries added into it, and the Thunder is rolling. Can the Suns shock the world here?
Usually in times when I see teams get blown out by 30 points, I mean, I like to think that they're going to be prideful and show up with a nice game plan the next time, similar to how the Sixers did in that game too yesterday. But I just don't know that I can trust this Suns team. Like you mentioned, a couple guys questionable. Could be without a lot of rim protection. And this OKC team beat them by 35. They only shot 30% from 3. I mean, they're bound to shoot better, especially at home. And I don't think the way they won was fluky. Like, this is an OKC team that thrives on, turning their opponent over and getting out in the fast break and scoring. And that's what they did. I wouldn't be shocked to see that again tonight, along with some of those threes falling. So I think OKC can really name their number. I like OKC team total. I mean, they got to 119 shooting 30% from 3. I think they shoot it better here tonight. And also, it's hard for me to see them not winning this game by a big margin again. If I have to pick one, though, it's the team total for OKC over.
Yeah, no disagreements there. Like, I mean, Mark Williams is not exactly a world beater, but without him, now they just have nobody inside, and it's just Thunder can do whatever they want. So we'll tell everyone about what you got going on with Rob Vino. Tell everyone what you have up at WagerTalk. It's the busiest time of year for you.
Yes, definitely. Rob Vino and myself will be live again in a little over an hour. If you want to hear a little bit more of a breakdown, maybe convo back and forth style between Rob Vino and myself, that's the place to hear it. And everything's been going solid for me. I think on an 11-2 run, playoffs have started off pretty good as well. And I'm up over 160 units in the playoffs dating back to 2023. So good start right now. I do also have a 5% best bet up and available on WagerTalk.com. So there are a lot of ways to get involved. If you want to take advantage, you know where to find it.
All right, Skee Profit. Thank you very much. Can't wait to watch you and Rob break down a couple games tonight. So good luck, continued success, and thanks for joining us as always, Skee.
Appreciate you guys. Later.
Thanks, Skee.
Yep, absolutely. I would just tell you, Angel Reese slander will not be tolerated on this show. She is truly an angel. An angel.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not even going to highlight the comment about insulting.
Oh, we see them. We see them.
And it hurts.
Always watching.
It really, really hurts. So, all right, let's go all around the world. We got some plays here for everybody.
Do it, brother.
So there's a really weird golf tournament this week. It's called the Zurich Classic, and they play in pairs. And it's a stupid tournament. It's so dumb that we didn't even do a golf show this week. That's how dumb this tournament is. But there is one pair that sticks out here. It's Brooks Koepka is playing with Shane Lowry, and I like him to finish in the top 10 at plus money. Here's why, Dan. You'll see like brothers playing as partners. There's even been like father sons that play. So a lot of them, it's kind of for fun. But what I don't think a lot of people notice is this counts towards your points and your eligibility to play in tournaments. Okay. Brooks Koepka is still fighting for eligibility to play on the PGA Tour. Okay.
Yep.
Shane Lowry has won this tournament with Rory McIlroy as his partner in the past. Brooks Koepka, if he wins this tournament, he gets entered automatically into a bunch of tournaments that he is not currently entered in. He is going to be the most focused guy this week. And I'm sure Rory, after winning his second green jacket, doesn't give a you-know-what about playing in Zurich Classic. So I think this was pretty strategic pairing here. I think they're going to try really hard. I would not be surprised if they're up near the top of the leaderboard. Lowry knows this course. Koepka's super motivated, and you're getting plus money on top 10 and a bizarre tournament, pretty weak field. So I'll take them top 10. And then, yeah, I'm going to Wendell Carter over 9.5 points. I made the Angel Reese joke, but I really do believe that the Magic found something here. And I think they figured out something about Duran. I've listened to a couple podcasts, kind of some real X's and O's nerd stuff about what the Magic did. And what they did is they really clogged that pick and roll with Cade and Duran, and they just took away Duran, and they just said, Cade, we're going to let you get everything, but we're just not going to let, a Duncan Robinson hit 8 3-pointers on us. We're not going to let Duran, go crazy. And look at Duran's stat line. He had 33 minutes and 8 points. And meanwhile, you look at Wendell Carter, he had 37 minutes, 17 points. He was 8 of 9 from the field. He had 7 rebounds, and inside, he looked like he was the best center on the floor. So I'm going to go Wendell Carter over 9.5 points. If you want to do the the Angel Reese parlay, it's Carter over his points parlayed with Duran under his points. But I'm not going there. I just like Wendell Carter. And by the way, he's been doing this for like the past 5 or 6 games. He's a really good player inside. So gets a lot of high percentage shots. I'll take Wendell Carter Jr. over 9.5 points. So
I love it, Andy. I love it, man.
Magic plus points looks too free. I'm really tempted. Listen, I know the feeling that you're having right now because they looked great. They looked great against Charlotte, and just but it's NBA playoffs. Boston looked free last night. It's kind of hard
point
to say. It's something.
How many money line parlays were blown up by the Celtics?
Blown to smithereens.
Losing outright to the Sixers. Let's be real.
Blown to smithereens. So
yeah.
So. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thanks, guys, for watching. Again, we've got a double combo pack that is up. We got a 4%. Oh, Dan, your lacrosse play is on Sports Memo. It's only $7.
Perfect.
We have a lacrosse play that's over on Sports Memo. Dan's epic season continues. So if you want that, just go over there. It's only $7. That goes off here in about 3.5 hours, I believe. Yeah.
That one goes at 4 p.m. Eastern. So $7. Head on over to sportsmemo.com. It's right there at the top of the page. So we got one. We're looking to start a new streak, Andy. We lost our lacrosse play over the weekend. We had an under that we just missed out on. So, hey, guess what? That was after we won 6 straight. So let's start a new 6 straight streak. We got a play going in the MAC tonight, Andy. And I didn't clear up with you. We have a future that we might want to fire in as well. Are we sending that out to clients, or should I just tell people right now to end the show? What do you think?
Oh, I thought I sent it out, but you should tell everyone what it is. I'll check and make sure.
All right, guys, here's what we're doing. We're looking for a hedge opportunity. I won't give you the whole handicap. If you have the blue book, Schman Schmule, head on over, go to Lacrosse Futures, scroll on down, team to win the MAC. MAAC. We're taking Sacred Heart plus 370. I think we're going to have a nice hedge opportunity. This play won't be plus 370 after they beat Iona this afternoon. So we also have a play in another MAC game, and that's just $7 over at Sports Memo. So check that out. And Andy, if folks have joined us for this long and you're still watching, comment below and let us know. I mentioned Josh Allen not being able to chug that light beer. We're wondering, the question of the day today, what's your favorite beer brand, folks? Do you have a local brewery that you love, or are you a tried and true Budweiser kind of guy? For me, Andy, best beer for me, Trogs. It's a brewery in Hershey. They do somewhat type of distributing. They don't go all across the country, but like Eastern Seaboard, you guys probably know the Trogs brothers. So for me, it's Trogs. If it's a national brand, Andy, I hate to say it, give me a Miller Lite. a hot day and a cool Miller Lite. It's spelled different because it's brewed different, Lite. So those are my answers to the question today. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. And while you're down there, let us know what your favorite beer brand is.
Was that a commercial that you just?
It was like their
What was
tagline
that?
in like the like early 2000s. And I was like, you know what? It is spelled different. And you know what? It is brewed differently, even though they're all brewed in the same factory, essentially.
I'll go with a local brewery called Beer Brewery, BIER Brewery. They won several national. Yeah, they won some national and international awards. They're good. National. I just don't think I've had a Sam Adams that I don't like. I like
Sam
all their
Adams is
different
solid.
varieties. I like all their
Yeah.
different varieties. Their summer ale is fantastic. Their Oktoberfest is always solid. So that's a good category today. So
Andy, in the slow summer months, maybe I'll send. I know you guys like doing the taste testing stuff. Maybe I'll send you a Trogs. You send me a beer, and then BIER,
absolutely.
and then we'll do like a jersey swap. We'll do a little jersey swap here in the slow summer months. But folks, thanks for tuning in. Make sure WT.buzz/AL and comment below. Let us know what your favorite beer brand is, and let us know what your best bet is for today as well. So Andy, great show, brother.
All right, we'll be back same time, same place. Good luck on all your bets. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care.